Hello and welcome to an hour-long session this time. It's an all-over back to basic really, probably nothing you haven't already done before, but enjoy. So gently making your way down onto the mat, finding yourselves in Sukhasana, whether that's legs crossed, legs straight, as ever, your body, your mat, your space. You honour your body, listen to what it's calling for. But finding our mats, our props, with our sitting bones, and just allowing ourselves to settle on the mat, draw our energy up through our spine, relax those shoulders down away from the ears, as we reach our energies out through the crown of the head. Hands nice and relaxed wherever they fall on the lap. And just notice where your breath is. So I encourage you to close your eyes if you're comfortable doing that. If you don't feel called to that today, just find something to focus on ahead of you softly. Something to put your attention to. As we move towards Ujjayi Pranayama in and out through the nose. And starting to lengthen those inhales and exhales. Inhaling to the point where we feel some tension coming into the face and the neck, and then just stopping, taking a moment, and then we exhale. Trying to lengthen those exhales, making sure they become longer than the inhales. So continue at your pace. We all take different lengths of breath. There's no right or wrong. Plus I'm talking, so mine are never quite the right length. So it may take you a few goes just to find your rhythm. There's nothing wrong with that. Focusing your attention on those breaths. And as we breathe, if you feel you need to move the neck at all just to get comfy or to ease out any little niggles, then please do. Never feel you have to sit in silence and discomfort. So just a couple more breaths here. Nice long inhales. And nice controlled, even longer exhales. One more breath. And then we're releasing the hands down to the side of our leg, gently blinking open those eyes. And then we inhale, reach those arms up overhead, clasp the hands, push them away. Exhale, round down, chin towards chest, scooping out the belly, hands down towards the mat. Inhale, push the arms all the way up. Exhale, bring those hands gently back to earth. And again, inhale, reach tall, clasping those hands, push them away. Exhale, round down, chin to chest, scooping out the belly, hands down towards the mat. Inhale, push the arms forwards and up. A little back arch here if you want to. Exhale, bring those hands back down. Last time, inhale, reach tall. Clasping the hands, push them away. Exhale, round down, chin towards chest. Inhale, pushing the arms forwards and up. Again, feeling a little back bend here if that's comfortable. And then exhale, gently bring those hands back down to the mat. So then we go from side to side, keeping those right fingertips down on the floor. Inhale the left arm up towards the ceiling. Gently exhale, reaching over. So make sure you keep your left hip on the ground. Keeping the shoulders and the chest facing forwards. We're working to get the arm as close or over the ear, not necessarily next to it, but over the ear. It's up to you if you reach up or over. And then we release, inhale, reach tall, pull out of those hips. Over to the other side, we exhale, reaching through. Excuse me. And then again, we release, inhale, reach tall. Exhale over to the right. Maybe as we do the second round, see if you can go a little bit deeper. Maybe, maybe not. Again, no right or wrong. And we release. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale over towards the left. Reaching through. If you can get your forearm all the way down on the mat and still keep your opposite hip down, then that's fine. Don't be constrained by me. Reaching through. Inhale, reach tall. One more time to each side, stretching out that side body. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale over to the left. And again, we inhale, reach tall. And gently exhale, bring these hands back down. Just have a little wriggle around. Let yourself just settle back down. I always feel quite stretched out after you do that. And then we're just going to take some twists. So we're going to take legs out long in front of us. So you can stay on your block if you're on one, or you can get rid of it. It's entirely up to you. We're just going to take a twist using our arms to assist. So right hand across to the left, left hand out behind. You can take it all the way around to the other side, your left hand if you want to. I'm going to leave my left hand on the floor this time. Sitting up nice and tall here, and gently exhale, twist. So we're keeping the legs straight. Use your right hand to help pull you around. Use your left hand on the floor behind, again to help pull you. Pull that left shoulder back as we go, looking towards the back of the mat. Inhale, we lengthen our spine. Exhale, we twist. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And then we gently unwind back through center. Have a little shake, taking that to the other side. Left hand across to right leg. Right hand out behind us, sitting up nice and tall. And then we gently exhale, taking that twist, pulling our right shoulder open as we go. And again, just thinking about inhaling and lengthening the neck. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen the spine and neck. Exhale, twist. One more time. And then gently unwind. Come back through center. Take a little shake out. Shake out those legs. Then we're coming into tabletop. So releasing any props, any blocks. Gently making our way into tabletop. So shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, hip distance apart. Tops of the feet to the mat. And from here, we're just taking a cat-cow. So we're going to exhale, round down into cat, pushing the chin towards the chest. Really opening at the back, pushing the weight through those arms. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the hips and the head. For cow, feel free to move the shoulders and the hips around here if that feels nice. Exhale, rounding down into cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale, rounding down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up to cow. Exhale, round down. Okay, so from here coming back to a neutral position, gently tucking those toes and gently just pushing the weight back towards the heels. Inhale forwards. Weight over the wrists. Exhale back down. Inhale forwards. Exhale back down. Inhale forwards. Exhale down. Stretching out the toes. Inhale forwards. Exhale down. Inhale, come back to neutral. Untuck those toes. We're coming into our bird dog pose. So finding our balance here, making sure we're set up properly, shoulders over wrists, belly button back to spine. Taking that left leg out behind us. We don't need to get it high. We just want to keep it roughly parallel to the floor, no higher. Flexing the foot, so really pushing the heel away. Nice, long, strong leg. Finding your drishti in front of you, in front of you on the mat. And when we're ready, take the opposite arm forwards. We're reaching long with the fingers and the heel. One long line. And then we exhale, round elbow towards knee. Inhale, reaching long. And really stretch out. Exhale, round down. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, round down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round down. Inhale, reach. And again, exhale, round down. Inhale, reach. And this time we're going to bend that back leg, reaching around with our right arm, and just see if we can catch hold of our foot. And if we can, we're pushing the foot into the hand, so pushing it away from us, trying to stretch out that arm, open up the chest, find the balance. Lifting the knee high, pushing the foot away, and then gently release without slingshot, bring everything back down. Take a little wiggle, gently sit back towards the heels. Release that supporting left hand. If you need to, just gently release the wrist. And then we're gently coming back to take that to the other side. So this time, right leg goes out behind us. Remember, no higher than parallel. We're not trying to kick it up here. Keep that foot flexed, pushing the heel away from you. One nice strong leg. Belly button back towards spine. And when we're ready, taking our opposite arm out in front of us, looking down towards the mat, reaching long. One long line between fingertips and foot. Take a nice big inhale. And then we exhale, round down, elbow towards knee. Inhale, reach long. Really reach for the front and the back of the mat. Exhale, rounding down, crunching up. Inhale, reach long. And again, exhale, round down. Inhale, reach long. And again, rounding down on the exhale. Inhale, reach long. And then this time, bend that back leg, take the left arm round to grab hold of that foot. Maybe you can, or maybe you can't this side. And then we're just pushing that foot away. If you can't reach, if you can't actually connect, just reach with the hand and the foot. Still feel it down the front of that quad. If you can, remember we're pushing the foot away from us with the hand, or the hand away from us with the foot. Stretching out that shoulder. Feel it through that front quad. And then gently release. No slingshotting. Bring the hand back down. Bring the knee back down. Gently sit the weight back towards the feet. Ooh, release that right wrist or hand. Okay, so from here coming back up onto the mat. We're into tabletop. So from here we're going to inhale, take that left arm up towards the ceiling. We're going to thread that needle, send it shooting through the gap. Head and shoulders down. Hips stay high. Just sink into the mat. If you wish to take any modifications, feel free, but otherwise just allow yourselves to take a moment. Let the chest sink towards the floor, belly towards the thighs. And then gently bringing your right forearm to the mat, so elbow roughly under shoulder, just lifting ourselves at very low, releasing the left arm, left forearm to the mat, and shoot the right arm through. Very lazy swap there. So adjusting yourself in to thread the needle this side, and again just allowing yourself to sink down. Take a relaxing thread the needle. And this time we're going to bring the left hand properly on the floor underneath the shoulder, engage the core, gently going to lift up on the inhale, take that right arm up towards the ceiling, exhale, bring it back down. Okay, so from here we're going into downward facing dog. Gently tucking those toes. And when we're ready, engaging core, lifting knees, pushing hips high, taking that little step back, finding your down dog, pedaling out those legs. Remember the weight should be pushing through your hands if you're trying to stretch out the mat, hips pushing high, working to get our heels down towards the mat, head nice and relaxed, arms by ears. You should be able to look under your arm. Apologies if you can hear the neighbours doing the garden. It's always the way, isn't it? Okay, so from here, looking towards his hands, we're gently going to make our way forwards feet towards hands. So however you can get there, if you find you have more room, try just tiptoeing your way forward or walking your way forward as slowly as you can, releasing the hands. And we're all going for a ragdoll forward fold. So when we arrive at the top of the mat, crossing those arms, bending the knees, let the head hang heavy. By all means, bring a little movement into the hips. Really allow the chest to come towards the knees here, proper ragdoll. Release those hands down towards the mat. And then from here we're going to release the feet back into downward facing dog. Okay, so this time we're going to look towards the hands. We're going to walk the hands back towards the feet. This time just into a forward fold, so just pushing a little bit deeper into our fold here, pushing those sitting bones high. But again, it doesn't matter if the knees aren't straight or the hands touch the floor. And then from here we are going to walk those hands back forwards into a plank pose. So remember, we don't want the bottom up too high, we certainly don't want the hips dipping, so anywhere in between. And then from there we're gently going to drop the knees down and come all the way down, belly towards the mat. Take the forehead towards the mat. We're just going to come into cobra pose, so hands underneath the shoulders, fingertips facing the short edge of the mat. Zipping those legs up together, keeping them nice and engaged, keeping the shoulders down away from the ears. So just taking a moment here to settle on the mat. Make sure we release the tension, any weight through our hands. They just want to be on the mat. We don't want to be using those hands to push us up. And remember, we're lengthening and strengthening the back here. So we engage the glutes, the core, and lift the neck forwards and up, not just throw the neck back. So a nice big inhale together here. And exhale. And then as we inhale again, we gently lift forehead and chest. Looking ahead of the mat, reaching long, exhale, come back down. And again, inhale, lift. Very light touch through the hands, exhale, back down. And again, lift and reach. Exhale, back down. 2 more times, inhale, lift. Exhale, back down. Keep an eye on those legs as well. Inhale, lift up long. Exhale, back down. This time we're going to try and see if we can lift the hands as well. So we inhale, lift, chin, chest, hands. Exhale, back down. And again, inhale, lift, chin, chest, hands. And come back down. Inhale up 1 more time. Exhale, back down. Taking the side or head to the side, take the arms back down behind us, palms facing upwards. Allow the heels to fall out. And just take a moment here lying prone on our bellies. And then we're lifting the feet from the knees apart, and gently just windscreen wiping those knees from side to side. And then gently just allowing those feet to come all the way back down to the mat. Bring those hands back to underneath the shoulders. Turn the head to face forward, so chin or forehead to the mat. And then we're going to push ourselves back up into downward facing dog. So peeling ourselves up off the mat, through our knees, tucking those toes, pushing ourselves up, down dog. Okay, so gently lifting up onto our tiptoes, lifting our right foot up towards the ceiling, looking towards this hand, gently bringing our right foot through between our hands, gently dropping that back knee down to the floor, untucking those toes. And when we're ready, we're going to inhale, lift those arms up taking a lunge. Reach long through those fingers, looking up towards the fingers, stretching the front side of the body. Exhale, bring those hands back down. From here, we're taking a revolved twist, so left hand to the mat. Inhale, turn the right arm up towards the ceiling. A few breaths here. Exhale, bring that hand back down. Bringing ourselves onto our fingertips, and we're gently just going to rock forward backwards. Just to stretch out that hamstring. You can come all the way down if you want to. Flex the foot. Find your way into this. Anyone who's done running or any of my classes before will know you can point the foot, flex the foot. You can pull the toes back, just depending on what room you have. Be aware of the tension in the back. If it's really tense, just ease out of it. Okay, we're looking to have a fairly relaxed back. And then we're gently rocking forwards. So trying to keep the chest up here. We don't want to crouch down. Keep the chest up, looking forwards. Try to guard against the knee popping out to the side. And again, rounding back down. Stretch out that hamstring. Then we come forwards. Reaching through. And again, pushing back. Gently coming forwards. You can always use blocks here if that helps you to come up higher. Bring the ground up. Or you can pop your hand to the knee. And again, taking it back. Stretch out that hamstring. And again, reaching forwards. And then gently coming back to center. Tuck those back toes, hands flat to the floor, lifting back. Taking both feet back, downward facing dog. Pedal out those legs. And prepare to take that to the other side. So coming up onto those tiptoes, lifting that left leg up towards the ceiling and looking through, bringing that foot between the two. Gently dropping the back knee. This time try it with tucked toes. Okay, so when we're ready, looking forward, finding our drishti, inhale, lifting ourselves up tall. So with the tucked toes, you may find that your right quad has a much bigger stretch. If it's too much, just untuck the toes. But we're reaching tall with those hands looking up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring those hands down. Right hand flat to the floor. Inhale the left arm up towards the ceiling, revolve twist. Gently untucking those toes whilst we're here. Exhale, bring that hand back down. Coming onto our fingertips. We're just running backwards and forwards through Anjaneyasana, taking that stretch through the thigh. And when you're ready, working at your pace, whatever feels good for you, pushing through. And come back. And again, pushing through to stretch out the front of the right hip. And again, just coming back. Flexing that front foot if you want to increase the stretch. And forwards. And back. And forwards. And back. Forwards one last time. Okay, nice proud chest here. We're not crouching down, lifting up. And then coming back to neutral, planting those hands flat to the floor, tucking those back toes, lifting the back leg, pushing our foot back, downward facing dog. So whilst we're here, just moving the legs, moving the feet, bending the knees if you want to, maybe taking those little slalom twists, whatever you fancy doing here in downward facing dog. Okay, so from here we're looking towards those hands again, gently lifting that right leg up towards the ceiling and gently stepping that right foot through between the legs again. And then we're turning round to face the long edge of the mat into a wide-legged forward fold. So take the time when you get here to just adjust the distance between the feet and the angle of your feet, looking forwards towards the long edge of the mat. Feel the stretch down the inside of the thighs, pushing those sitting bones high, allow the head to hang heavy. find your breath. You can always use a block or a bolster to lift the floor up towards your hands if you can't reach the floor here. Okay, so we're just going to make sure our hands are together in the middle here between both legs. I'm going to open up the arms towards the ceiling. So we're going to inhale the right arm up towards the ceiling, looking up towards the fingers if you can. Gently exhale, bring that right hand back down. Inhale the left one up. Exhale down. And the right, inhale, lift. Exhale back down. And the left, inhale, reach up. Exhale back down. And to the right. Exhale down. And to the left. Exhale down. And to the right. Exhale down. And to the left. Exhale down. From here, we're gently just going to walk the hands round to the right. Clasping hold of the right ankle or calf. Bend that right knee. So we're looking to stretch down the inside of that left leg. Waking up that right thigh, keep the core engaged. Maybe you get your chest towards your knee, maybe you're a long way away, it doesn't really matter, but just focus pushing the weight over, stretching out the inside of the left leg. And then really straighten that leg, gently bring the hands all the way back through center, round to the other side. Same thing here, bending that left knee, bringing the chest towards the knee, hands probably to the foot, maybe, wherever you feel you've got room. And then release, come back through center, all the way around again to the right hand side. This time we're keeping both legs straight. And just let the head hang heavy towards that knee. And we're looking to feel the stretch on the back of that right thigh. Release that leg, come back through center, round to the left hand side. Again, this time keeping the left leg straight. Maybe a slight micro bend in the knee, but just letting the head hang heavy. Feeling the stretch on the back of that thigh. So pushing the sitting bones up towards the ceiling here. Relaxing the shoulders. Gently coming back through center. Okay, so from here we're going to come up into goddess squat. So to go ahead, just gently turn the toes out a little bit, maybe to 45 degrees. Bend the knees a little bit, engage the glutes. Almost like a big frog, ready to leap. Except that we're going to come up halfway. So we're going to lift up, straighten the knees as we come up. Flat back, so looking straight down towards the floor. Exhale, take those hands back down, head comes heavy. And this time we're going to inhale, take the arms out to the side and come up halfway again. And then we're gently going to inhale, reach all the way up with the hands, reaching tall. Gently exhale, come down into warrior, or goddess squat, I should say. Not quite sure where warrior came from. Goddess warrior. So just allowing yourselves to sink into it. Just feel the stretch, feel the knees pushing away to the back edge of the mat, towards the outer edge of the feet. Feel the stretch through the front of the legs here. And then gently just rock the weight from side to side. Just gently transferring the weight. Feel the glutes engaging. Be mindful to not stick the bottom out. We want to energetically tuck the tailbone under so we can try and stay as upright as we can here. But still just having a little play, moving the weight from side to side. Maybe lift up the toes of the side that you're releasing the weight from. Keep breathing. Oops. Finding your balance, so you still need to concentrate. But if you do struggle like that, doesn't matter, just carry on. Or maybe just slow down. Okay, so coming back to stillness in the middle, seeing if we can squat just a little bit deeper without the knees collapsing. And we inhale, reach those arms up tall, straighten the legs. And again, exhale, come down into goddess squat. Determined to call this warrior squat for some reason. And we inhale, reach tall, take the arms up, straighten those legs. Exhale, come back down. So I'm going to inhale up to 5 pointed star, so arms mirror legs. Exhale down. So from here, just taking the right hand across the left leg and just reaching across. In fact, release that right arm, keep reaching. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, reach the left arm across the body. Exhale, inhale the right arm out. Exhale, come through center. Inhale the left. Exhale, inhale out. And again, exhale, inhale, reach. Exhale, come back to center. And from here, we're just going to pulse for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, reach tall, straighten the legs, arms reach long. Exhale those arms out to the side. Inhale, bring the arms up to cactus. Exhale, drop those legs. And from here, we inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, close the hands. Inhale, open, squeeze. Exhale, close. Remember to squeeze the glutes as we do this. Inhale, open, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. One more time. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Bring hands down to heart center. Inhale, stand tall, releasing the hands as we exhale, and gently just bring those legs together, give them a bit of a shake out. Okay, so we're going to have a little play with the yogi squat. So if you need to, grab some blocks or bolsters. You may or may not need them. Don't forget you can also fold up your mat as well if you need to. So you want to take your feet roughly mat width apart, toes pointing out, and then we're gently just going to come down into a yogi squat. And you'll find where you want your feet to be. So we're looking to try and get our feet down on, or heels down on the mat. If that's not accessible, you can do what I've done and fold the mat and over. Or you can stay on your tiptoes, that's fine. A little balance challenge there for you. We're looking to find a relaxation in the shoulders. Tend to put the elbows inside the knees just to hold them open. If you find it really simple and you don't feel you need that, then you can just keep the arms free, maybe on the knees, if you feel that you're quite secure without that to push you there. If you want to keep opening up the hips, then by all means push them open with the knees. So take a moment just to really find a position that works for you. If you really struggle, by all means get a block or two or a bolster. Sit on that. And don't worry that you feel you're not going low enough, because if you have bad knees, then you don't want to be doing it. But this just allows you to take the pressure off the knees and the ankles. But then you can use your arms to get that same opening up stretch on the inside of the thighs there. Okay? So that's far better than kind of being here when really we're in a low squat. Completely different move to being here. Okay. So if you really struggle to do it without the support of the blocks, I encourage you to get something to sit on, and please do it this way rather than, oh, I've done it here. You get far more out of it. It's a different stretch. This way, maybe you get to here. And again, wherever you are, if you're on a block or not, try not to round down. We really want to be up and open. Have someone serving us gin and tonics or passing the nibbles around. So I want to try and find a relaxed way to be here. And when you're here, you can start to push the heels back towards your blocks. And then just work to get as close as you can where you get your heels down on the ground. So again, just have a little play. Find where you are in all of that. And like most poses, some days I'm pretty good at this, other days I end up having to use all kinds of props. Even now I can feel myself hunching into it. So, just take what you can from this every time you try it. Feel free to come in and out of it as well. It's quite an intense pose, so just see how you get on. And if you're here, you maybe want to sway from side to side, or just about shifting your weight from side to side. Very good for proprioception. Or just sit still and really focus on engaging everything, trying to pull ourselves up nice and tall. Could we cook our chapatis on a fire? I think no would be the answer to me, but something to work towards. Okay, so wherever you are, gently just coming out of that, just releasing everything. Maybe just crossing the legs, feels quite nice, doesn't it, after being pushed open for so long. And the other way. Okay. So removing any props that we had involved in all of that. Feel free to pause and carry on if you want to, but I think that's probably enough for a flow. So we're coming down onto our bottoms, feet towards the front end of the mat, and then we are gently, from here, sitting up nice and tall with those legs bent. Just doing a little bit of core work now, so relaxing those shoulders down away from the ears, really engaging the core, pull his belly button back and up towards the spine, take the arms up in front of us. And from here, we're gently going to roll back down onto the floor. All the way down. And from there, we're going to take the arms, and we're going to come all the way back up. And again, gently roll back down. Take the arms out long behind us, reach tall. And then gently come up. You can use your arms if you really want to push up with the arms, use the momentum. And then gently roll back down. Take the arms long. Gently coming back up. You can lift the feet if you want to, wherever you need to get there. So just having a little play, gently coming back down. With as much control as we can muster, arms go long. And then gently coming back up to seated. Gently release back down. And again, we're pushing through. And then one last time, we're going to come all the way down. This time we stay here, take those arms long, let the legs reach long as well. Stretch out the body. Release the arms, still keep them above the head, but just release them. Feet still flexed. Don't just windscreen wipe those feet from side to side. So feet flexed, moving from side to side. Okay, gently releasing them. Bring the arms back overhead, down towards our sides. Okay. So from here, we're bringing our feet flat to the floor. And then we're gently inhaling, lifting our left leg up towards the ceiling. So flexing that foot. Pushing the heel up towards the ceiling, feeling the stretch at the back of that thigh. Point that foot, feel the stretch at the front of that ankle. And flex, and point. And properly flex, you feel the muscles. Point, so you feel the muscles. Flex, and point. Flex, and point. And again. And point. And then just let them go neutral. Take big circles with that ankle. Trying to keep the leg as still as we can, so just isolating the foot. And then taking that in the opposite direction. Just observe if your foot is going down towards the mat like mine is. We're trying to pull it back up. And then we're gently hugging that left knee into the chest. And release that left knee down, foot down towards the floor. Take that right leg up towards the ceiling, pointing that foot, pushing the heel up towards the ceiling. And again, we're pointing here. Really feel it down the front of the ankle. Flex, feel it all the way back up the thigh. Point, feel the ankle. Flex. And again, point. And flex. Point. And flex. Then release that foot and gently take circles. Again, as big circles you can make, but isolating from the ankle. We don't want the whole leg going, just the foot. So being aware of the breath, being aware of the body on the mat, and take those circles in the other direction. And then gently bring that right knee into the chest, hug it in. Then releasing that right knee, taking the right ankle across the right knee. So an active reclined figure four. So gently lifting that left leg off the floor and driving the left knee back towards the left shoulder. So we're not reaching through and clasping hold of the legs. Keep the arms down by our side, flex that left foot and drive that left knee towards that left foot, shoulder. So you should feel something somewhere in your right hip or thigh. Just make sure we're not leaning over to one side, to the bent knee side. Trying to keep ourselves nice flat, foot, knee and shoulder in one line. Flex that right foot as well while we're at it, just everything's engaged. Keep that belly engaged, pushing the small of the back down onto the mat. And then release, and we're going to swap mid-flight. So left ankle across the front of right knee, both feet flex, driving that right knee towards that right shoulder, feeling the stretch through the left hip and thigh. Again, just making sure we don't lean over to that bent knee, so I keep everything in line. Gently release that foot down to the floor, release the left foot down, and just bring the soles of the feet together here. So recline butterfly, or recline Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together, knees dropping out. Again, taking care to push the belly button back towards the spine, so we don't want to arch the back here. Keep that control, keep the back on the mat. And then gently just rolling over to the left, let the right knee come across to join the left leg, so that you're almost on your left side, and then we're opening up the right arm behind us. So if you can keep both knees together and still get your shoulders to the ground, that's great. If not, just be aware of the extra work we need to do over time. We're just finding a twist. And just remember that no matter what suggestions I make, this really should be a relaxing twist. This is the end, towards the end of the session, so always make adjustments so that it's comfortable for you. Okay, bringing that right arm back to the body, gently bringing both knees up towards the ceiling. Lift the hips, turn them to face towards the right, let the knees follow. Left arm out behind you. Taking a gentle stretch here. And then gently coming back through center, both feet flat, so lift those hips, place them squarely on the mat. Both arms down by the body. Let the right leg go long, bring the left knee in towards the chest. Flex both feet, push the heel of the right foot away from you. Gently lift it off the floor to hover for a few moments. Relax that right foot down on the floor. Gently focus on pulling that left knee up towards the left shoulder. Let the feet relax. Again, gently flex that right foot, lift the right leg slightly off the floor to hover. And then gently release the left leg, bring the right leg in, take the left leg long, foot flex, just hovering off the floor as we hug that right knee into the chest. Both feet flexed. Gently release that left foot down to the floor. Focus now on pulling that right leg up towards the chest. Feel the stretch down the front of that left hip. Gently lift that left leg to hover again. Gently release that left leg to the floor. Release the right leg to the floor. Again, take those hands out behind you. Reaching back for the stretch. Stretch the feet away, stretch the hands away. It's time for Shavasana. So gently bringing those arms back over your head, down to your side. Taking a moment to get your layers, get your blanket, get your cushion. So take a moment to get comfortable. I'm going to sit with you for the full Shavasana this time. So make your way down onto your mats. Sorry, not your blocks. That wouldn't be very comfy, would it? Get warm, get cozy, find your position. Gently relaxing down onto the mat. Allowing yourself to fully relax. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. And release through the mouth. And again, nice big inhale. And release. One more nice cleansing breath, big inhale. And release. So just let the breath go. Allow yourself to sink into your mat. And just allow yourself the time to relax, to disconnect body and mind from the world so that they can reconnect together. And gently, gently just start to bring some movement back into those fingers and toes. Taking any stretches you'd like to take. Gently blinking, open those eyes. And then gently rolling over onto your left hand side, drawing those knees in. And just taking a moment to bring yourselves back into the room. And then gently, gently, just taking the time it takes, no rush at all. Slowly pushing yourselves back up to seated. Well done. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today, as ever. I wish you peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, and peace in your heart as you go through your day and week. From my heart to yours, namaste.